In this video I'm going to be giving a review of the tripod system that I purchased from Neewer. This is the whole Neewer kit that it came in, and this is the box. I'm not going to go through an unboxing video because I think it's useless. They spend thousands of dollars on packaging so they can get your shipped to you safely. But this is the model number that I ordered. It's the CT628 plus KG1S. Now what's included in this kit? Of course you get this bag, but this bag is only big enough to hold the tripod with the original mount right here, which is a decent mount, but I wanted a fluid mount. So the fluid mount did come with the kit, and then of course it comes with the tripod, and then this is the fluid mount. Now I'm going to go over the pros and cons to this. Now no one paid for this. I bought this all by myself, so you're getting an unbiased opinion. But I just wanted to show you all this. Now, in order to record better, I do have another tripod that I modified to fit this mount, and I'll go ahead and use this mount on that tripod to give a nice steady picture and a wide angle so you can get the whole view. And this mount is pretty nice. It does have to get the plate off, you have to unscrew it, and then the mount comes off. And one of the things I like about both this one and the fluid mount is that there's it's a toolless attachment, so you can attach to the camera with your quarter inch threading. And then another thing that's pretty nice about this, and let's see if I can get zoom in, there's a level bubble, which does help in leveling it out, and I'll go over that more with this, that there is a flaw in this one that is easily correctable, and I don't know if it's across the whole line or just the one I got, but there's a flaw, and I'll go over that a little later on. But this mount is pretty nice. It holds the camera pretty steady, and I would say it's more for photography than for video, because there's no way to really control the camera. So if you're going to lock your camera in place and you want to do it on a nice firm mount, then this one would probably work good for you. So let me go ahead and attach the camera to this mount on a separate tripod, and then we'll go over the tripod and the fluid head and the flaw that I found in this tripod that is easily correctable through two different methods, but you'll get to see that. So hold on a second. Here I have the mount that I modified. This tripod here I modified by cutting off the old mount, which really wasn't that good, and put this mount, the Neewer mount, on it. Now it's quite simple to operate. It does well. It's not as smooth to rotate left and right, but that's okay. Now this little knob on the side here, that releases the tension on the ball joint here, so allows the ball joint to swivel. So when you find a place you want, you go ahead and tighten that up, and it holds it in place. So let me go ahead and set the camera on this, and then we'll get to the other mount and tripod. The reason why I wanted to find a new tripod other than the one that the camera is on right now is because I wanted a more fluid head for doing video work. Prior to this point, I had been just using a DSLR camera for still photographs, and then when I switched to doing video, that tripod, the head on it just wasn't really fluid in movement. So I wanted to find something that was a little bit better. So I went to everyone's favorite website, Amazon.com, and I'll leave a link down below to where you can get this particular package. Forget the price of it right now. Probably have that annotated somewhere on the screen here, how much it was. It was extremely affordable. If I remember correctly, it was probably around $70 for the entire system, entire setup, and the reviews on it were decent, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It wasn't a lot of money. But onto the fluid head, there are several things I like about the fluid head. So in order to get the the fluid head on, you got to pull your tab all the way forward, and then a little button unlocks inside, and you push it down and then release your tab, and it locks the camera in pretty tightly. Now this head, like I said, is a fluid head, so it moves pretty smoothly, and then from side to side. There's lots of adjustments here. You can increase the tension on there as to how the fluid head moves up and down, and then also there's a place to increase the tension to for your side-to-side motion. When it comes in the package, it comes with this larger than 1/4 inch thread adapter. So they do include with the package a bag of tools, and this Allen wrench is one of the tools, and the other thing, which you can just use a screwdriver, they do give you a 1/4 inch, I think this is a 5/8 to 1/4 inch thread adapter. So this will screw in here, and then you can use it for a 1/4 inch mount tripod that might have adapter. So you can use this with 1/4 inch, standard 1/4 inch threads if you desire. I don't, because I use this mount on the tripod itself. And we'll get to the tripod real quick. This tripod isn't very compact and kind of is heavier than the other one I have. So for, you know, my wife and I like to do a lot of hiking. This tripod really isn't good for us. Of course, I really don't carry a tripod because it's extra weight that I have to carry too, and it's hard enough carrying the camera. So the tripod comes like this in the bag. Now if you just keep this tripod with the other mount, it'll all fit in here. But if you want to put this mount on, it won't fit in the bag. So just keep that in mind when you're purchasing it. You'll either have to purchase a larger bag or whatever you plan on doing. So the tripod folds down with these little red tabs here, which if you press down on it, it'll release and you can move the arms. You can set these at it's like 3 different angles. So we'll just set it right on that one there. But you can hear it clicking in, and they lock in there pretty good. So you don't have to worry about them coming down. And so that's how the tripod sets up like that. And let me move the camera back a little bit. I might be able to get the whole tripod. We're not going to be able to get the whole tripod in there, but you can see it's got a larger thread on there than the standard 1/4 inch, which this does thread right into. Now I'm not going to thread it in just yet because there's some functions to this that I want to go over. First off is it's pretty easy, standard way you adjust your feet, your legs, and you just lock them in there, and then they lock in pretty tight, and you really don't get much vibration out of them, which is good. So if you wanted to use this like as just a monopole, you can do that too, because there's a nice firm grip here. Now also on this tripod, what I like is if you loosen this little collar here, the pole slides up and down to give you different heights if you wanted to. Now I have seen videos where you can take this whole pole apart and you can actually get extensions to this, so you can have like 2 or 3 poles higher on this if you wanted to. I don't know if Neewer sells those or if you'd have to custom make them yourself, but that's another option. Also on the bottom you'll see that there's a little hook that extends out, and that hook can be used to hold your camera bag, to give a little weight to the tripod, to make it a little steady. I don't know if you can see that right there. To make it a little steady, make your tripod steadier. And then when you let go of it, the hook goes back up in there and stores nicely. Now, I did mention that there's a flaw, at least in mine. And let me go ahead and set it up, and I will get the camera and show you what that is. So here the tripod is with the mount on top of it. Now, I am 5'8", and the mount right now is about at eye level. So, probably about 60 inches tall is what this comes out to be. And as you can see, it's got a nice fluid motion to it, up and down, left and right. Now, here's what I'll back up for a little bit and let you get a a look at the tripod itself, and you can see, I don't know if you can quite see it in the camera or not, I don't know if I can get the right angle, but there's something off about it. Now both the legs are fully, or all three of the legs are fully extended, and let me move this chair out of the way so you don't think it's interfering with it. And they're both fully extended, and let me move this other tripod so you don't think there's anything wrong there. Okay, now watch this. Yeah, so I don't know if you can quite see that, but that bubble isn't level. Now if I turn it, well, let me go the other way here. You can see how the tripod, now it's showing level, or just about level. So if I go back just a little bit, oh, and there of course my little bubble level fell off. So let me go ahead and put that back up there. So if I go back just a tad, you'll see it's level. But if you were to take it on the side here, you'll see it's not level. So there's a couple things you can do. I found this out when I was filming one of my kitchen segments, is that the camera work looked cockeyed. And so I took this little level on there and find out, sure enough, the tripod doesn't sit level. So you can do two things to it. You can keep one of these little bubble levels with you and level it out when you're ready to do your filming, which if you're doing it in a studio, you're locking it down and you got that extra time. Or, and I might do this a little later on, you can go down, pop the little rubber feet off, find out which leg is off, or legs, and cut them all to the same length. And then there you will have, then you should have this level no matter which way you turn it. Now you're probably going to say, well, you got the mount isn't level. Well, it is level, because I've actually put this mount on that tripod and it's level all the way around, but only on this one. Now I can level it out with the feet, and then it works out pretty good right there. So that's the one flaw that I found in it. It's an otherwise good tripod. Now I don't know, once again, I don't know if this flaw is just in my tripod or not, or if it's across the whole lineup. Keep that in mind. Would I recommend it? Yes, it's a nice budget tripod, and it comes with two mounts, this fluid mount and this other ball mount. And you can use these mounts on any tripod that has the, I think it's 5/8 thread adapter. I have to double check on that. Great little mount for the price. So I recommend that if you're looking for a nice fluid head mount for your video camera work and you don't have a large budget like me, this tripod and mount system will work perfectly fine. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and otherwise, have a good day.